Hey guys, in this video I will be discussing two of the hottest areas north of Boston, Melrose and Wakefield. Stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Andrew Junas. I'm a local realtor right here in the Boston metro area, and I love helping people find their ideal place to live. So if you are thinking about moving here, please drop me a line, call, text, email, shout it from the rooftops. I will be here and ready to help whenever you are. Alright, and so please hit the subscribe button and then click the little bell so you get notified anytime I do a new video. And I will be doing at least one new video a week about Boston, the surrounding areas, good, the bad, the ugly, the ins and outs, some really cool stuff. So nestled just north of Boston, only a few miles from the coast, you'll find the city of Melrose. Now back in the early 1600s, Melrose was originally called either Pond Field for its abundance of ponds and streams, or Mystic Side because of its location in a valley north of the Mystic River. So in 1633, the area became a part of Charlestown, and then in 1649, Malden, which was a neighborhood in Charlestown and included most of present-day Melrose, was incorporated as a separate town. The population of the area began growing, and in 1850 Malden split up and the town of Melrose was incorporated. In 1853, Melrose annexed the highlands from neighboring Stoneham to create the city's present-day borders. So in 1845, the Boston and Maine Railroad built 3 stops, now the commuter rail stations of Wyoming Hill, Melrose, Cedar Park, and Melrose Highland, so that Boston workers who were searching for a more rural atmosphere could move there, current-day Melrose that is, and commute to work. So as the population of Melrose continued to grow throughout the second half of the 19th century, farmland was increasingly partitioned into smaller parcels for residences and businesses. The town hall was built in 1873, and in 1899, the city of Melrose became the 33rd incorporated city in Massachusetts. So today, Melrose is seen as a perfect compromise between a busy city and peaceful landscape. Right? Grand old Victorian homes, a quaint downtown area, lush parks and fields, and Elm Palms are all nestled just 7 miles from Boston. So the city has a thriving business community, an excellent school system, and a local hospital in addition to numerous healthcare and elder care facilities. At the same time, there's plenty of open space, forest area, and conservation land. Melrose is home to about 28,000 people and covers a total area of 4.8 square miles. It borders the 4 cities and towns of Malden, Saugus, Stoneham, and Wakefield. So the city has access to many nearby highways, including Route 1 in Saugus, I-93 in Stoneham, Route 16 in Everett, and 128/95 in Wakefield. Melrose also has 4 bus routes, 3 commuter rail stations, and 1 subway stop, Oak Grove, which is the northern end of MBTA's Orange Line. Now technically it's located in Malden, but right on the Melrose City line. The Melrose School District runs several schools, including the Franklin Early Childhood Center, 5 elementary schools, Roosevelt, Lincoln, Winthrop, Hoover, and Horace Mann, the Melrose Veterans Middle School, and of course the Melrose High School. Now the city also has a private elementary school, St. Mary of the Annunciation, run by one of the city's Catholic churches of the same name. Now the middle school has about 1,000 11 to 14-year-olds and was the winner of the 2002 Massachusetts Department of Education's Compass School Award, the 2007 Massachusetts Technology Collaborative Green School Award for its use of solar energy, and the 2008 New England League of Middle Schools Spotlight for School Award. The Melrose Wakefield Hospital is located in Melrose and is a 234-bed nonprofit hospital. It was home to the world's first cochlear implant and laser surgery, and was among the first hospitals in the country to offer same-day surgery. Now, in addition to the hospital, you can find many pediatricians, specialists, dentists, and dermatologists. Also, the city's Milano Senior Center provides social, recreational, health, and educational programs for Melrose's senior citizens. So speaking of citizens, as of the census of 2010, there were just under 27,000 people, 11,000 households, and about 7,000 families in the city. The racial makeup, 91.1% white, 2.5% Hispanic, 2.4% African American, 0.1% Native American, 3.8% Asian, and 1.7 or 8% made up all the rest. The median home value is $508,000, with about 65% of residents owning, and a median household income of $103,000. Now, a fun fact is that back in 2009, many key scenes from the movie The Town were shot at the bank right looking over my shoulder there. was supposed to be Charlestown, but they thought this bank just had that perfect look for them, I guess. So the writer Elizabeth George Spear, who was born in Melrose, wrote of her hometown, "Melrose was an ideal place in which to have grown up. It's close to fields and woods where we hiked and picnicked, and near to Boston, where we frequently had family treats of theaters and concerts." Now, Wakefield was first settled in 1638 and was originally known as Lynn Village. It then officially separated from Lynn and incorporated as Reading in 1644 when the first church, which was the first parish congregational church, and the first mill were established. Fast forward to 1812, the Old South Parish of Reading separated from Reading and was officially incorporated as South Reading. In 1856, the rattan works, which made wicker furniture, was established by Cyrus Wakefield. This later grew into the Wakefield Rattan Company, and at one time had over 1,000 employees. So in 1868, Cyrus Wakefield donated land and money for a new town hall, and thanks to the town, they voted to change the name from South Reading to Wakefield. So in 1844, the railroad was chartered between Wilmington and Boston, which later became the main line of the Boston and Maine Railroad. Now, the Boston and Maine Foundry was built in 1854 and was later reincorporated as the Smith and Anthony Stove Company. And of course, the Boston Ice Company cut and shipped ice from Lake Quannapowitt starting in 1851. So in 1856, the South Reading Public Library was established, which later became the Beebe Town Library. In 1923, the Lucius Beebe Memorial Library was built and established by Junas Beebe, who was the son of Lucius Beebe. I hope that's how you pronounce that. I've only lived here for 20 years. So one of the oldest and largest manufacturers of flying model airplane toys in the world, Paul K. Gillow Inc., is located in Wakefield as well. The company is particularly known for its extensive line of balsa wood model airplane kits. I'm pretty sure I had one as a kid. Today, Wakefield is recognized for its strong community and business networks, quality school system, public library, and beautiful Lake Quannapowitt. It's located about 12.5 miles northwest of downtown Boston, with a population of just under 25,000 as of the 2010 census. Now, Wakefield shares a border with Reading, Melrose, Stoneham, Lynnfield, and Saugus, and the town has a total area of 7.9 square miles. Wakefield has two lakes, Crystal Lake and this lake here, Lake Quannapowitt. Crystal Lake is used as a reservoir for some of the town's drinking water, so recreation is prohibited. Lake Quannapowitt, meanwhile, is used for a wide variety of recreational activities, including boating, windsurfing, kayaking, and fishing, and is the primary source for the Saugus River. Back in 1847, Lake Quannapowitt was named for the Native American James Quannapowitt, one of the signers of the old Indian deed of 1686. Lake Quannapowitt is also home to the oldest inland yacht club in the United States, the Quannapowitt Yacht Club, which was founded in 1886. In 1991, a group of local citizens formed the Friends of Lake Quannapowitt to advocate for the lake and to educate the public about this natural resource. The group has also raised money for projects that benefit the lake and the surrounding areas. Wakefield is on the MBTA commuter rail line with a stop near the center of town, as well as this one here in the Greenwood section. So a former Boston and Maine Railroad station located east of this line is now on the National Register of Historic Places. In addition, several MBTA buses run to surrounding communities, including the nearby Orange Line subway stops of Oak Grove and Malden Center. And you also have the Route 428 bus that picks people right up from across the high school and runs express all the way into Haymarket Square. Wakefield is home to two high schools and one public school, which is Wakefield High, and one regional vocational school, Northeast Vocational. Wakefield contains one middle school, the Galvin, and 5 elementary schools. Greenwood, Walton, Woodville, Dolbear, and Doyle. Now, this little red schoolhouse behind me is a former one-room schoolhouse building that was last used by kindergarten students on the west side until about the 1980s. It has been preserved and now houses the Wakefield Historical Society. Pretty cool. Now, the racial makeup of Wakefield from the 2010 census was 94.5% white, 0.9% African American, 2.3% Hispanic or Latino, 2.6% Asian, and 0.6% other. The median home value is $470,000, with about 74% of residents owning, and a median household income of $95,000. Now, as one resident put it, Wakefield is a charming town with loving people who truly value each other and their town space.